A few months passed and I had some more fun with Pam's lingerie that she let me keep. She pretty much kept herself to herself. We said hello and had a quick chat if we met in the street or wherever. Truth is, I really wanted to try and obtain some more clothing, but I was feeling a bit humble after being rumbled about borrowing some of Pam's clothing from her washing line. Then, one day, I wandered out of the front gate and Pam came out of her front door. I waited for her to join me on the path. She seemed quite bubbly, and after all the niceties, I was asked if I was still enjoying dressing. Well, I did say that I might have some other items for you at some point. Yes, I do remember, I replied. I haven't forgotten, you know. I have put some things aside for you. I didn't really want to knock on your front door in case your parents answered. You can have them, but you'll have to come round to pick them up. If I find a couple of jobs for you, it will give you an excuse. I'm not encouraging it though. We continued chatting. Admittedly, I was getting more and more excited as we carried on chatting about dressing. When we got to town, we parted and arranged for me to visit Pam the next day to help lift some heavy furniture around. After what felt like one of the longest nights in my life, the time came to visit Pam. After knocking on her door a couple of times, Pam answered. I stood in shock when she did answer, and my heart nearly jumped out of my chest. The door opened halfway. Her feet and legs were what I saw first. She was wearing black patent 4-inch heels and black stockings. She peeked her head around the door and told me to come in. On entering the doorway, she stood back from the door so I could see that the upper half of her body was covered by a dressing gown. Before I had time to close my mouth, she made it very clear that the display was for demonstration purposes only. These are the items that I am donating to you. I thought that you might like to see how they looked on me. Pam led me through to the sitting room, which was at the rear of the property, so it was quite private. She sat me down, then stood back and turned around to slowly let her dressing gown fall to the floor. Pam slowly and seemingly with a hint of nervousness turned around to face me.